Hey guys, welcome to AppleDiaries.com. I'm Mariah. Welcome to my Heal Thyself channel, where I'm discussing health, detox, and off-grid living. So, I guess I better put my seatbelt on so that beeping stops. Alright, there's my crystal. Thank you, Mary. I love my crystal. You made this. I just wanted to speak about off-grid living and living in a cold climate and how everybody seems to believe that you need to like work yourself to the bone and raise animals and you know, for their eggs and their meats and their milks, and like this is the only way to survive off-grid in Canada. Okay, so I've done it. I've done it in both capacities. One as a meat eater when I first moved to the Okanagan. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, because we got as self-sufficient as you possibly could, but there's no possible way of farming animals without, I mean, unless you have a ton of land and you're doing your own hay, and you have, you know, you always have to have a lot of output. And it's a lot of work. And it's not really sustainable. It's, okay, so fast forward to cutting out, eliminating all animal products, meat, dairy, eggs, everything from the diet except for fruits and vegetables. And how much easier is it to live off grid? Wow. So I better, there we go. So I'm just going around a slippery corner here. So what I'm trying to say is that when we clean up our diet, when we become in need of less, in other words, you know, I can sustain myself off, I have been for 7 years, just fruits, greens, and vegetables. That's it. And this is doable. You can do it yourself. You don't need any outputs because with your, you know, with your composting, with your, you know, you could dehydrate and can and store food for the winter months. It's very simple. And it's just so much cleaner and so much more freeing. I mean, you are not tied to your land. You can go and leave for a few days, you know. It's like all you need is trees and a greenhouse. You don't need animal shelters and hay and to clean chicken coops, and you know, like there's so much work that goes into animal agriculture. And I just see it now that I've been to both sides and now that I've experienced both sides. I just see it as such a waste of energy, really. For what? So you can eat the dead animals, so you can eat their eggs, so you can grow parasites, so you can live in less health. You know, like the trade-off, there's just no comparison. So I guess I just wanted to talk about off-grid living because most of the people that I've been in contact with lately, you know, we're on the same page in so many regards. I mean, we know germ theory is false. We know the official narrative that they're feeding us is a bunch of BS, and that we need to, you know, just turn our backs on the system and do our own things and not be so reliant on anything but ourselves, you know, just build our own world basically. And I see that this is completely possible, but I just see so much unnecessary hardship that people will put themselves through because they want to eat animals and their eggs, and then the thing is, it's just such a chain reaction, right? So if you're thinking like that you need to eat animals and that you need to farm and all this, well, I'm sorry, but it's pretty much inevitable that you're gonna end up still relying on the system at one point or another, because when sickness sets in, because it inevitably will, because, you know, meat's a stimulant, it's dairy is highly mucus forming. Eggs are not human food. That's like raccoon food, man. You're gonna be dealing with parasite issues and fungal issues and just health issues. You're going to develop health issues. That's what toxic foods do. We're not designed to eat these foods, and it's unfortunate, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's true. And so we're not designed for these foods. So even if you're trying, and this is the most unfortunate part of all, is that we're trying to detach from the system, but as soon as you end up, say, in the hospital, for example, well, you're in trouble, right? And who's going to end up in the hospital? Well, I mean, it's the people that are eating the foods that build disease. Now, I mean, a lot of people can get away with living quite long lives if they're eating very little and fasting often, and you know, then you can sometimes get away with eating those foods a lot longer. But eventually nobody gets away with violating natural law forever, and it catches up with you. And if you want to end up in a hospital or dependent on the system, then continue to eat, you know, those types of foods. I mean, and so what I'm trying to say is that we're in survival mode now. Like, a lot of people don't see this coming, but it is coming. And what's coming is mass food shortages, more rules and regulations. They're going to try and, you know, impose things on you that you may not want to do. I mean, sure, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a mask. It's just a test. It's just a vaccine. It's just a food rationing lineup. It's just, you know, I don't know where other people draw the line. I know where I draw the line. And one thing that I think is of utmost importance is keeping ourselves in good health, keeping ourselves in superior health, so we do not become dependent on anything but ourselves. And how are we going to do that? By eliminating the foods that create toxicity. And of course, I mean, this means all fast food, all meat, eggs, dairy, a lot of bread. I mean, have it once in a while maybe, but it's, you know, it's not healthy. And just scaling things back to simplicity. So, I mean, if I have a good fruit orchard and a greenhouse with like ground crops, and, you know, I can store and can and save enough potatoes if I had to, and dried fruits for the entire winter. So really cleaning up your body is a form of survival. And I've noticed this over the years, and you'll become more active, more healthy, more just anyways. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to simplify. We need to keep things simple. And in order to do that, we need to simplify our diets, simplify our lives, and become less dependent on all that surrounds us. And when we become less dependent, we become a lot more free than the average individual. So that's where I'm at anyways. That's why I'm so grateful. Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful that, you know, I discovered this information and I eliminated all those foods from my diet. You know, I guess it doesn't happen overnight for a lot of people. It did for me, and it's the best decision I ever made in my entire life, because I finally, in my 40s, have the health that I always dreamed of, in a sense. And it took me this long, yes. I mean, I didn't discover this information till I was like 35, and so it's been, you know, a good 7, going on 8 years. But it was worth every bit of hardship. It was worth the years of going through major detox symptoms and feeling awful, and the headaches, and it was worth feeling really awful because you have to go through the bad to get to the good. You know, detox isn't always a picnic, and sometimes I forget how awful I used to feel. So awful. And you know, and when I talk to people, you know, and when I coach people, I do health consultations on the phone and things, and sometimes, you know, I have to try and put myself in their shoes again, because I forget like how bad it was. But that's a beauty of healing, you know, once you go through it, and as long as you don't continue to eat the foods that created those health issues, you're going to come out on the other side stronger, healthier, and you don't have to go back there. So I guess I like to ramble, but I just wish everyone well, and I just want to see, you know, people take their health into their own hands, get healthy, so they don't have to rely on this harmful system at large that will ruin your life in a multitude of ways, given the chance, if you get wrapped up in it, you know. And I'm sorry to say, but the medical doctors, they can't help you. And once you enlist in their care, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble unless you go in there for, you know, to get a bone set, which I just heard on another video that they don't even set bones anymore. I haven't verified it yet, but apparently they're just all into the surgeries and sticking the nails and the metals into your body instead of even setting bones. It's like, how barbaric does a medical industry have to get? How, before people stop enlisting in their care? It's like, what they, it's just such a vast topic. Okay, I gotta get into the library. Me and my mask. Here I am. Okay, so happy healing, everyone. I wish you all well. I really do. And get yourself healthy. Get on the road to survival. You know, get things going. No one's gonna take care of you but you. No one's gonna protect you but you. You've gotta get yourself in the best shape, the best health, and the less dependent on everything, okay? And just become self-sufficient. Like that's what we've got to do, and that's that. It is. So take care.